Alright, welcome back. So, I'm gonna try to spend another hour on this. I do have to go back to work tonight. Um, so, I'm kind of looking at this, and yeah, his head definitely is a little bit too big. I'm gonna try to fix some of that. Let's go ahead and get started with that. Let's see. Erase tool. Um, okay, there it goes. What? There we go. There we go. That's actually way better. Um, so yeah, it's like his chest is gonna be here, it's gonna connect, and then his neck. Yeah, that actually is gonna look a lot better. Um, this is gonna be an interesting one because I do want to work on his fingers, but he's gonna have some like fingerless gloves. So that's probably what I'm gonna work on next. Um, let's see. And um, to separate his gloves from his jacket, it's gonna have to be like a darker color. Also gonna have to fix this here. I don't know how much I'll be able to get done tonight. I definitely want to get some facial details in, but let's get started on the gloves. So see. Definitely want a smaller brush than that. That should be good. Actually, I want some darker gloves. There we go. So let's see. They're fingerless, so his fingers are going to come out. Okay. So about here. It's a little bit not good. Okay, so I'm gonna just do that, do that. Try and just find. Okay, those are definitely um, too small. But I'm trying to find the like the position that I want. I do want his hand to be more up there. There we go. Okay. So now, so I guess creating a new raster didn't help. Um, we'll just go ahead and delete this. Seeing though, this is an art media layer. I'm still trying to get used to that, the difference between art media layers and raster layers, and I think raster is like for more digital stuff like the blending and stuff like that. Once again, I don't think there's really a quote right or wrong way to paint. I do think it really just depends on the style that you want to go for, and for me, I like the kind of I like this blurry kind of style. I really like how that looks. I don't know why, um, but at the same time, I do like the cleanliness of digital painting. So now we're just gonna like cut some of this out because of like holes in his gloves, and I'm just kind of using the backside of my stylus right now. And that doesn't actually look too good. So let's see, how are we going to do this? I'll come to that later. So we're going to have to go back here. We're going to have to fix some of this, because his hands should not look like that. Now, why did that happen? Delete. Okay, 1 second, guys. I'm going to change my music up a little bit. Alright, welcome back. So, I'm going to try to spend another hour on this. I do have to go back to work tonight. So, I'm kind of looking at this, and yeah, his head definitely is a little bit too big. I'm going to try to fix some of that. Let's go ahead and get started with that. Let's see. Erase tool. Okay, there it goes. What? There we go. There we go. That's actually way better. So yeah, it's like his chest is going to be here, it's going to connect, and then his neck. Yeah, that actually is going to look a lot better. This is going to be an interesting one, because I do want to work on his fingers, but he's going to have some like fingerless gloves. So that's probably what I'm going to work on next. Let's see. And to separate his gloves from his jacket, it's going to have to be like a darker color. Also going to have to fix this here. I don't know how much I'll be able to get done tonight. I definitely want to get some facial details in, but let's get started on the gloves. So let's see. Definitely want a smaller brush than that. That should be good. Actually, I want some darker gloves. There we go. So, let's see. They're fingerless, so his fingers are going to come out. Okay. So, about here. It's a little bit not good. Okay, so I'm going to just do that. Do that. Try and just define. Okay, those are definitely too small. But I'm trying to find the like the position that I want. I do want his hand to be more up there. There we go. Okay. So now, so I guess creating a new raster didn't help. We'll just go ahead and delete this. Seeing though, this is an art media layer a little bit. So, wow. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now we can get on that glove, kind of do the same thing. So used, whoops, gonna have to clean the brush, get some of that purple on. Gonna clean the brush. Okay. There we go. And then let's go ahead and get some of this, and there we go. We're just connecting that, and then we're gonna smudge it. Trying not to smudge the outside like this part, because I do want that definite where his glove is kind of thing, the definite shape. But for the smudging, that just does for like the shine and stuff like that. There we go. Once again, this kind of gives like different. I like that. Once again, I like the smudging look. Because when you look at like light shining and stuff like that, it's typically not in a perfect like circular area and stuff like that. So, this really does kind of give it that illusion that, it's light shining on it. So, I will say his gloves look like they're missing something, and I want to put some spikes on there. That actually sounds cool. Let's get some gray spikes. Now what I'm going to do is get an even smaller brush. I'm going to do this one 10. I want to do a smaller brush because that way it's smaller than the brush strokes I already have on there. So okay. It's even, this here is also supposed to be a little bit smaller because you want the inside of the spikes to get blended. There we go. we go. Gonna make a smaller smudge brush. And if you zoom in, it gives you a little bit better view of what you're working on. There's stuff that I try to explain, and then there's some stuff I kind of feel like just common knowledge, but at the same time, if you're new to this and everything, I also try to help out there. So, but yeah. So once again, it's just smudging everything. Not really everything, just the lighter part. There we go. Okay. Okay. So now, let's see, do I still have that outline? Okay, so I still have the outline of the gun. That's actually going to help me out here because it's a three-dimensional image, and I kind of have to do, in my mindset, I have to do different layers and that sort of thing. So, let's see here. It's already 6:51. Jeez. Hopefully I can get some decent progress done by 7:30. Okay, so the gun itself is going to be this dark gray, and let's see, right about there. I'm gonna get a bigger brush. And what, yeah, I noticed it did not do that. So this is going to be like the cylinder or the main part of the revolver, the actual, like, here's the cylinders. Let's see. And then this is going to be the barrel, obviously. So let's see. Now we're going to smudge a little bit. Definitely want bigger smudge than that. The problem with this outline, though, is it's also, like, I'll show you. I don't know if I'm blending out. I kind of am part of the gun, so I'll have to touch that up later. Okay, next we want to get, let's get some of this. Like I said, this is for the cylinders, so we want smaller brush. Okay. There we go. The black you definitely want to have a definite shape. This because it's essentially holes in the gun where the bullets are. So, I mean, you definitely, just like the outer part of the metal, you definitely want that shape. But yeah, now we're going to do this. And lots of people are playing games right now, so, you know, I'm surprised no one sent me invites. Not that I really have time right now to take care of that, but still. It's alright, I've been playing a lot Overwatch lately, so. Okay, now the next part is gonna be the barrel itself. Um, Actually, before we go there, might as well do the trigger guard. So, gonna work on the trigger guard. Trigger guard's gonna be easy. It's just gonna like whoop, come up. Let's see. There we go. Let's see that. Okay. Now we're gonna like just to suggest some like depth. And then next, yeah, I'm hoping to play at least a little bit of some video games today before going to work. Today's kind of my laundry day, so didn't really do much of anything besides sleep and laundry. Yay. There we go. Just spreading that. Okay. Now I'm going to. Actually, I am going to need some of that. Okay. The reason why I'm going to need some of that dark gray is for the edge. Okay. There we go. Actually, it's like perfect. Okay. So I'm going to like. And yeah, I know there's that graphic glitch again. But I work with it. Whoops. Okay. That's really all I need. Alright, now bring that up to 10 again. There we go. Once again, we want part of that smooth look for so we can actually suggest to the shape and can actually now get the barrel in. So we need black. There we go. Okay. And then 10. Okay. Then we're smudging again. Although I want a little bit more black than that, so I'm just gonna put a little, oops, Control Z, gonna put a little bit more black in there. And I forgot to clean the brush. Okay. There we go. All right. Now, I'm going to put a little bit more gray here, and then I'm going to like try to do this to show I'm going to show the basically the shape of the barrel. See, I'm just kind of bringing that up to kind of show like where the barrel is. So, really hope that helps. And actually, let's see, we can clean this up a little bit. 10. Okay, now I have to find the right one. Problem is, this is the problem about so much layers and stuff automatically pretty much getting added. There we go. Okay. And now, one thing we do need is the hammer, which I want it back here to suggest the hammer is cocked. Actually, I mean, I guess I could make like a fiery effect, but I don't think I want that. Make sure the brush is clean. Now let's get rid of the sights. There we go. There we go. Yeah, like I said, this isn't really 100% accurate, but as long as it gives you like the ideas and stuff like that, then I think that's really what the picture is about. The hammer's cocked, he's ready to pull the trigger, that sort of thing. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? So, you know, I can get to work on his face a little bit. Sorry, I'm listening Battletoads music. If you don't know what Battletoads is, I think you should check it out. Okay, so this is going to be interesting because we already have white for his face. So how am I going to do this one? Maybe I'm gonna have to add a new yellowish kind of color. Wait a minute, let's see here. Okay. Not that yellow. Kind of dull it at least a little bit. Yeah, okay. That, I think that should be good for like a darker yellow. Let's see, add to palette. I think I'm gonna do 3 shades of this yellow. Okay, and then the last one is gonna be like a whitish yellow. And the idea behind this is basically like, okay, well, his eyes aren't so clean, and his teeth are kind of icky, because I mean, the Joker fell in basically a vat of acid, right? So, you know, that sort of thing. All these chemicals kind of just royally disfigured him and made him messed up. So, these yellows are going to really help uh, differentiate the difference between this whitish skin tone and his teeth and his eyes. So, I'm just going to say yes and move on. Now, I suck at drawing mouths. I'm going to flouse that. Let's see, I think. Oh. Let's start it here. Oh, sorry about that. Uh, okay, now we're gonna like. Love that Joker. Making all these references to the '89 Batman movie, and people are gonna be like, what is he talking about? Interesting thing, like, that one didn't used to be my favorite Batman movie. I used to really like Batman Forever when I was younger. But looking back, I'm like, that movie by itself, I think was just pretty much a perfect Batman movie. Um, One of the issues I do have with like the Christian Bale Batman movies is he's not really much of a detective. Like the first one, Batman Begins, dude, he pretty much has Morgan Fox. I think that's no Lucius Fox. Morgan Freeman is the actor's name, and I'm getting Morgan Freeman confused with Lucius Fox. But yeah, he pretty much has Morgan Freeman kind of do the detectiving stuff for him, and that's not Batman, man. That's a pretty lazy Batman. The Dark Knight, I do like. I do like how they did Two Face and Batman. I'm not a big fan of how Heath Ledger did the Joker because I think I said this in a previous painting. He made way too much sense. Like the Joker is like random. That was one of the scary things about the Clown Prince of Crime is like you never know what he's gonna do, And that's what makes him Batman's arch nemesis is he's borderline unpredictable and he's that chaotic. Whereas Batman's all about order and justice and all that stuff. But I don't know. Heath Ledger tried to do something different, and it's a shame that was his last movie. Um, but yeah, I don't think that was like, whoops. I don't think that was like the best thing about the movie was the Joker. Actually, I think the way they did Two Face was way better than Joker. And the reason why is because, I mean, we already seen a really good Joker. It was Jack Nicholson and Mark Hamill in the cartoon. But, to try to top that, you kind of have to do your own thing, which is like, okay. But, we never, the only Two Face we saw was in the cartoon, which, honestly, the animated series Two Face was fine. But Tommy Lee Jones as Two Face in he's fun, but Two Face isn't supposed to be fun. He's supposed to be very conflicted with being good or being bad, and I that really did not come across at all in the Batman Forever. Unfortunately, that said, Two Face is one of my favorite Batman characters, and that's why I feel Dark Knight kind of did the character justice. Is I'm like, wow, okay, so we finally did this right. His smile is not going to be perfect. Once again, it has nothing to do with my art skills or anything like that. It's because I want to make this kind of like he's got some major problems kind of thing going on. So yeah, not all the teeth count is going to be like say accurate. The once again, the whole idea is you're just supposed to get the basic concept of the face. I mean, I guess I could, yeah. You know what? Actually, gonna make. I'm just gonna do this. Let's see, clean. There we go. Clean. I think you're gonna see what I'm gonna do in a second. One of the most iconic things about the Joker is that smile. So I'm blending this out once again to try to have like that shiny kind of light to it. Okay, so now we have to get really zoomed in here. Alright, and now we will get some regular white. Some like freaking aqua fresh white right here. And then we're gonna make it 4. So this is actually really small brush. And I'm doing it like this so I can get that detail in there. I'm gonna check mark auto clean. But see, I mean, doing it like this, it's still very hard to get the exact size right. Okay. But once again, Joker, I don't think really should have, quote, perfect teeth because he fell in chemicals. He's gotten the crap kicked out of him by Batman plenty of times. Um, and some of the comic books I have, dude, he has teeth blatantly punched out of his head. So why he's not missing teeth, I don't really know. Hell, that's another thing. That they really, I feel they really got right about the Tim Burton '89 Batman movie is when he's fighting Joker at the end, and like he's just making him cough up blood and everything. Dude, in the comic books, that's how pissed Batman gets at Joker. He gets freaking intense when it comes to the Joker, man. Joker's that one guy that really makes him push. Why am I even cleaning it? I checked on auto clean. Um, Makes him push that one rule he has, which some people will even argue. He doesn't always follow those rules. There we go, yeah. And yes, I am doing the brushes like this because, once again, to give that stainish kind of look and to show his teeth aren't the most perfect. Ow, my hand is getting cramped up though. Kind of miss doing my fast forward artisticness videos. Could do hours of painting and make it just show the process in like a matter of say 15 minutes. Oh man, my hand really is killing me right now. Oof. I don't know how much more of this I could do, guys. I still have his eyeballs to do for this video. But you know, I think this is going to be the last artisticness video for the Joker because there's just way too much detail going into this, and it's turning into like this lengthy 4-part thing. And I mean, this is already part 3. I guess I could do one last one after this, but if I do, it'll probably be like a super long one. So I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea. There we go. That works. So when we zoom out, and once again, we still have to do the blending. Forgot about that. Whoops, that's way too close. Well, I guess we don't really need the blending, but I will say we do need to get one last. There we go. And yeah, I mean, he still needs the red lips. Can do that one. Let's see. I think it's here. Okay, yeah, that's about right. Okay. Definitely want a bigger brush though, because my hand is killing me for that fine brush stuff. Okay. That's a little bit too big. That's way too big. I meant to say 10. Okay, that's like perfect, kind of. There we go. Whoops. Man, doing this red lipstick, it's reminding me of Rocky Horror Picture Show right now. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man. Ugh. Sometimes it is hard to get these angles correct on your tablet because you're meant more to draw straight, and the way I flick my wrist and stuff, it's not exactly the straightest. And matter of fact, I'll be honest, drawing a straight line is something I struggle with. I am not by any means a perfect drawer of straight lines or even circles. Circles and straight lines can really get to me. There we go. Because part of that's his nose. Okay. And gonna bring this down. I'm gonna trim this up a bit too. Oh, it's already 7:20. Gonna have to really hurry this up. And hurrying is bad. It is for me anyway. Okay, the reason why I'm doing it like that is try to give it a sense of that angle, that weird three-dimensional angle. So, let's see, now we have to erase this, which we don't need an eraser that big. Ah, that's too much. There we go. Okay. So now, what we're going to do is turn off this auto clean. Boom. So, there we go. No, I'm no longer listening to the Battletoads music. Actually, now I'm listening to a OC remix song called Graveyard Theory by the Zone Runners. And it's a pretty good rap remix of Pumpkin Hill from Sonic Adventure 2. Wait a minute. There we go. Once again, I want that blending on that lipstick because to make that imperfect kind of look, especially here. There we go. Kind of gives it like a distorted kind of look. There we go. There we go. I like that. That looks cool. Okay, I think I can get started on his eye. Man, that's weird. So I'm going to do this. Need a bigger brush. And let's see. Yeah, it's about right. I was going to do it right about here. Once again, his head looked a little bit too big. So then again, that looks a little too low. So yeah, I'm just going to follow that. Okay. Okay, next we need the lighter one. Okay, then we need some white. Okay, we are going to smear the Splendid a little bit. Yeah, I think the last thing I'll do here is his eyebrow and maybe some eyeliner. Call it a day. Okay. This is going to be for this. Let's see. 4. Whoops. No, 3. Okay. Okay, maybe 2. There we go. Alright. Okay, I didn't want the white. I wanted the red. Once again, his eye is kind of agitated. It's all messed up. For redness, get clear eyes. Wow. Yes, I'm actually listening to Doom music now. A particular Doom remix called Reprocessed. Once again, from OC Remix. OC Remix is awesome. OCRemix.org. Actually stands for Overclocked Remix, but yeah, my mind is kind of going elsewhere because I'm trying to finish this up. There we go. Get some of this brighter green in here. I am doing an X pattern. Get a little bit more there. Zooming in. Then I'm going to blur it more. The reason for this is if you look really close at your eye, it is definitely not perfect. Actually, speaking of which, we could even throw in some like black. Well, that's going to come later, but yeah, actually just throw in the black. But no, if you look at all the eye coloration, you actually don't have one solid color. It, like, let's say you have blue eyes. Well, you're going to have like some pigments of like light blue and maybe some gray in there. And I don't know if people's eyes, like, I think it's like fingerprints. Everyone's eye is completely different. So now the black part is pretty much the same. Could throw in like some red there. Very little. Not right there. There we go. Maybe just to give the hint of damage. Okay, I didn't want pink. Actually, you know what? Let's just get rid of that. There we go. And that white actually gives it that watery look. So that's why I do that. But yeah, and if you zoom out, then you're starting to see how this is coming along. And I said that I'll do the eyebrow. So we need the green. Let's see. Need it a little bit thicker than that. Okay, that's white again. I don't want white. And Joker always had like this angry kind of eyebrow look. And once again, it's okay if your picture does not look the most perfect. You don't have to strive for perfection. It helps, especially if you're into that sort of thing, but you know, sometimes abstract, depending on the theme, depending on the character, sometimes abstract is more a way to go. For example, I really want to get these colors just to blend in, and the distortion look in this painting really kind of gives it that look of kind of psychosis that the Joker has. So and by blending it up, smudging it up, it actually is looking like it looks like different strands of hair. Okay. Now we're gonna go back down a little bit before we started painting his eye, which once again I don't remember which one it is, so I'm gonna have to go down here and you don't want it black. When you do eyeliner, you want it to kind of go along the eye. You don't want to do too much. But in this case, I kind of want to give him like some like Crow or Alice Cooper kind of makeup. But I'm not going to do that. Okay, then we are gonna get some black in here, mostly for the eyelid. There we go. Although it should be a little bit smaller. There we go. And then maybe like some shadowing. All right. Well, guys, that's about all I really have time for tonight because I still got to get ready for work and stuff and want to eat some food. I'm going to leave around 8:20. So, but you know, you look at where we started compared to where it is now, and it doesn't look the best by any means. It does not look the best. I'm going to be realistic about that, but it's getting somewhere. So, also I'm still 100 I'm still not 100% comfortable with paint shop. Um and I've been out of practice of it for a while. So I'm still kind of learning and relearning. But yeah, so that's what we got done today. Mostly this and this. And have a good one.